Hi there, welcome to the Single Dads Unplugged, and we are at Deloitte, and we have been witnessing the launch of Think and Grow Rich Africa, where my friend Lerato is part of the screenplay, and it's been phenomenal because there's been people like her that were talking and sharing insights around all kinds of things, but this person right here is phenomenal because you speak on a very, very special subject around finances. Tell us, first introduce yourself, then tell us about your subject.
Okay. My name is Vangile Makwakwa, and I help women of color heal ancestral money trauma so they can fall in love with their bank accounts, increase their income, and live their best lives.
That's nice. I love your story about being debt-free almost 8 years ago and traveling the world, living in different countries. And by the way, congratulations on all of that. But I want to talk to you about how you empower women around this ancestral trauma because of money or related to money.
Well, all I do is I help women really start to regulate their nervous systems whenever they're dealing with money. So I help them get to a space where they are talking about money from a regulated point of view, where their nervous systems are regulated and calm, and where they can start to make different decisions and tap into their creativity around money. And how to make money, and then start to tap into their own ancestral wisdom around how to make money and increase income. Everyone talks a lot about saving, and I talk a lot about this because I'm so passionate about the fact that, like, I just don't think, like, a lot of financial literacy is so focused on saving and spending less, nobody's talking about the fact that to save more, to invest more, you need to increase your income, you need to create extra streams of income, that requires you to also work through your trauma around having more money and making more money.
A lot of single moms that come and talk to our network will say, I have to rely on my single stream of income because the father is absent or contributes sometimes. What advice would you give them in terms of creating those options around finances?
Well, I definitely think look for what you are good at first. I feel like for women, what I notice is that we are not seeing certain things that we're good at. We think of it as hobbies, you know? I've helped people, like, take that baking hobby and turn it into a business. I have a mentee who's a single mother in the village in Mpumalanga. She had she only had matric when she came to me, and we started working together. And she was looking for a job that would give her minimum wage, like 3.5 or 4,000 a month, right? And now she makes 40,000 rand a month selling chili. Selling chilies. Like, I taught her, I asked her, what do you want to do? What are you good at? She said, I'm good at cooking. So I said, well, you know what? I've just so happened to have spent months developing a chili recipe for no reason. So maybe she's
just patient about it.
Yes, I said, take the chili recipe and let's figure out how you build a business from just selling chili.
Wow, that's amazing.
So we think of things as hobbies and, this is just a passion of mine. I just like listening to people, you know.
But someone could be willing to pay for it if you really develop it as either as a service or a product.
Exactly. You can cook, you bake, you clean.
Suddenly you're creating a business.
Right? I say to people, like, we've been taught that that's a hobby for most women because it's like, I just do this thing. Cooking is just a thing I do.
A hobby.
Baking is just what I do. Sewing is just what I do. But I have seen women that I work with turn that sewing into a business.
Your book talks about what you name it, or you titled, What's Your Money Personality? How did that title come about?
Well, because I just watch how people interact with money in families. So the book is based off interactions that I saw happening within families, because I've coached like hundreds of women at this point globally.
That's
so
amazing.
I started to notice that there was pattern. in families around money and the personalities that people exhibit. And then I just started doing case studies with
documented
people.
all of that experience.
Documented everything, because I started noticing that and people didn't just, it was never about the money. That's what I always say. It's never about the money. So people weren't coming to me. It was about the money because their bank accounts were low, they were in debt, etc. But when you dig deep, it's about why you're in debt. Oh, so-and-so, I'm supporting this person, I'm supporting that person. Oh, okay, so the issue isn't that you mismanage money. It's actually that you have no boundaries. If you get boundaries, you'd be able to say no to people. You'd keep your money in your bank account,
Exactly.
So there's so many other things to that. So it was that everyone thinks it's about the money, but it's actually never about the money. And for women, more than anything, it's often more than anything about other people, and family members and husbands and children and all sorts of things.
Last question. A lot of single dads that come to our network say that, I've got so many kids all over the place. Unfortunately, I can't afford to be there financially or provide to them financially. How would you advise them in terms of creating those options as well, but also using the financial fitness to make better decisions around money?
I think that's such a powerful question. I think first and foremost, there's a lot of work that needs to be done around the family structure, right? And understanding how do you want to show up for your kids, and what is the legacy that you want to leave behind with your kids. So there's no one size fits all financial solution, and I actually don't provide financial solutions because I'm not a financial advisor. What I do is I help people craft their vision so that they work, and then I refer them to financial advisors and refer them to wealth managers, because by that time, they're so clued in. Even my financial advisor will send people to me to start off with me to say, listen, they just need a lot of emotional work. But the first step is really, what kind of a legacy do you want to leave behind? Because that will even inform the kind of financial structures you set up. So it will inform the kind of trust fund you set up. It will inform your investment decisions. It will inform the kind of investments that you invest in. So what I invest in as, say, a young woman without any children will be different to what a financial advisor will tell a single dad with maybe 2 or 3 kids, right?
Because it's a different set of circumstances.
Yes, and there's also certain things that I think we don't explore enough of. When we start talking about legacy, we don't look at estate planning, right? So when we talk about, that's why I use the word legacy, right? Because then you're talking about estate planning. It's like, what are you leaving for future generations? Because you can start trust funds for children, and it can even be with a life cover. Your trust can be started from a life cover. So if you've got many kids and you know that like maybe you won't be able to provide for them, you can start little investments, put everything in a trust, make your kids beneficiaries, and take out a huge lump sum of a life cover on yourself and have the trust be a beneficiary. And then start having the trust, and then leave instructions as to how that money can be invested so that future generations can benefit.
Can actually benefit, I must say, your talk down there was eye-opening. I just wish we had more time, because I had lots of questions to ask you about this particular topic. Like I said to you earlier, we're going to be shooting the next season, and definitely I wanna invite you to come and share more insights with us. For those of us online watching, and follow us on the Single Dads Network, because we're going to invite her on to our next recording of season 4 to share more insights like this. I thank you all so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.